Hundreds of mourners, mostly media practitioners from in and outside Ghana, as well as family members and sympathizers, converged on the International Press Center in Accra today to take part in a memorial service for the late Ahmed Hussein-Suale. Ahmed, who was murdered in a few weeks ago, was a member of the Tiger IPI, an investigative journalism team led by undercover journalist Ahmed.
The memorial service attracted several police officers, leader of the Tiger IPI team, Ahmed, politicians and officials from some international organizations. The Deputy Minister for Information, Mr. Pius Enam Hajide, urged the police to do their best to bring the perpetrators to book.
Government takes exception to such heinous crimes and condemns it in no uncertain terms. As we await investigations into this matter, we continue to urge the security agencies to quicken their investigations and to bring perpetrators to book timeously.
The Minority Caucus in Parliament, led by Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak, encouraged the Tiger IPI team not to be discouraged by the death of their colleague. They also urged the security agencies to help bring the culprits to justice.
But we cannot live in an environment where people think that because of exposure of their evil, they can take the law into their hands and do what they want. We must get justice for our brother. And we add our voice to the UNESCO that his death should not be added to the statistics of numerous journalists that have died around the world and their perpetrators have not been found.
The president of the Ghana Journalists Association, GJA, Mr. Afelmoni, described the gruesome murder of Ahmed Hussein-Suale as an attack on press freedom. He encouraged journalists to use the death of their colleague to unite. Tributes were paid by family members, the GJA, and some international media organizations. International organizations such as UNESCO and Amnesty International also gave their solidarity messages.
His courage in pursuing his investigation in the face of threats to his life is a source of inspiration. Mr. Suale epitomized the contribution of a free and critical press in fighting corruption and supporting rule of law. I trust that those responsible for his crime will be brought to justice to ensure that gunpoint censorship does not prevail. Journalists are human rights defenders because they help fight ill of society and the bad guys. It is therefore imperative that all stakeholders recognize this important role of journalists and work together to protect them in the course of their work. It is, however, sad that investigation into several abuses and violations against journalists in this country have never been conclusive.
The late Ahmed Hussein-Suale was murdered at 10 p.m. on January 16, 2019 at Medina, a suburb of Accra.